Libra, welcome to Esotera Tarot. Today I'm pulling energies and messages for you, for your sun, moon, rising and Venus. So if this reading isn't resonating with you, Libra, then don't worry about it. Pop over to one of my other videos, check one of your other placements. I'm sure you'll find yourselves in there somewhere. So today I'm pulling energies for Libras in a no contact situation. I'm going to start on this side of the board with your energy, Libra, and then in the middle we'll check the shared connection. And then on this side of the table we will go into your person's energy. We'll go into the details, but I'll first just pull a couple of cards, just get an overall vibe for what's going on. And then we'll clarify as we go along and finish off with some universal advice. So if you're good, Libra, and you're ready to rock and roll, so am I, let's start getting those energies for you and your person in a no contact situation. Okay, can you show me Libra, please? Can you show me Libra? Libra, please. Can you show me Libra, please? Libra, show me Libra, please. What's going on with our lovely Libras today? Libras in a no contact situation and their person, please. Libra and their person, please. Okay, the initial cards are for you. The Ace of Swords, you know what's going down. In the shared connection, the Eight of Cups, not surprising there is emotional distance. And in your person's energy, the Six of Swords. They're just concentrating on moving on. You understand something about the situation. You've reached some kind of point of clarity over it. I don't know if you're going to do anything with that clarity, with that little Ace of Swords you got there. So let's find out what's going on under that. Can you show me the Ace of Swords, please, in Libra's energy? The Ace of Swords for Libras. The Ace of Swords for Libra, please. The Ace of Swords for Libra. The World. Okay, so you know it's done. At least the cycle over this connection is finished. At the very least. Okay. Now, we've got the Two of Wands and the Hierophant. Yeah, you're like, what's next? You're almost treating this person like there was some kind of like karmic lesson. Like you're like, okay, I like what I needed to learn. I'm all good here. Contract complete. What's next? Parts of you are still looking over that ending or maybe even searching for that clarity, but you're almost there if you're not there already on understanding what it was about, the meaning of the connection, the role it was play in the grand scheme of your life. Okay, I'm going to whoa, High Priestess on that side. Okay, interesting. I'm going to go through the person's energy before going into the connection itself, okay? That one wants to come out, okay? Four of Swords, right? And the Ace of Pentacles. Your person is making the best out of the situation they possibly can. They're not feeling quite themselves. Energy's low, not as empowered as they normally are, or taking all the risks and chances they normally do. Are basically a loss of confidence. They are not quite as clear on what your role in their life was. They're just trying to align with it. They're looking up for new opportunities, things that might come in their way, that might give them an indicator on where it is that they need to go next. But they are still kind of, I don't want to say wobbly. They seem pretty good on where it is that they're going. There's still just kind of some unresolved stuff like, what was the point in that? They don't really see what the point was. They'll get there though with the Empress. But she's on a side, so okay, let's go to the shared connection. I just saw the Hermit there at the bottom of the deck and the hidden energy, so yeah, your person definitely has a little bit more healing to do. They're not feeling 100%, they're at about 50%. Okay, right, in the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Cups in the shared connection, the King of Wands, that's of attraction, Three of Swords, heartbreak, yeah, and King of Cups, healing. Okay, both of you, I believe, have emotionally matured as a result of this connection. It hurt, it was a really painful process, a really painful lesson, but overall, it's actually, I don't know, made it clear, I think, for you at least, Libra, on who it is that you want to connect with next, what kind of relationship you want. You want the passion, but you want it to be mature. Yeah, you don't want to flash in the pan. You want something that is stable, that can go the distance, but also has the intensity of fire and passion of at least the connection you just left, because that seemed to be present there. And there was definitely love in the connection. It just couldn't hold for whatever reason. But you'll know that better than me, Libra. Let me know in the comments. All right, let's get some more details on that. So I am going to go back into your energy, Libra, clarify that World card. Can I please see the World for Libra, please? The World. Can I see the World for Libra? For Libra. The World, please. Yeah, Four of Swords. Three of Swords. and the Page of Swords, and literally just what I just said. So the Page of Swords is about information gathering. It's like the lowest form of information. So it's you starting to look at exactly what went wrong, why this caused so much pain and heartbreak and grief, and you're really starting to trying to just realign yourself, so you're feeling better, realign onto a new path that will hopefully take you forwards towards something a little bit more fruitful. All right, can I get the 2 and, well, that lasts longer. This was fruitful if you take into account the fact you learned a lot. This was not a waste of time. Your other person hasn't quite grasped the lessons yet, but they will, and then they will look back and they'll see it as, yeah, that was a really useful, if nothing else, connection to have experienced. But you're a little bit ahead of them on that one, Libra. You're doing all that work now. They've got a little way to go. Okay, can I, get the 2 of Wands? Okay, these ones, Justice, the Tower, and the 7 of Pentacles. You're looking at what your part was in the ending. Why it ended, why it didn't work out, why the energies couldn't balance. You're looking at the part you played in that, what you can learn from that, what you can take with you to help in connections in the future. Okay, can I get, and also let me just balance out your energy over it. You may also be reaching out to the other energy that was involved. Yeah, look, we've got we've got the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. You're really starting to heal over that pain of loss there, Libra, which is really nice to see. But that wasn't really pulling for anything, so I'm going to just put them back in. Right, can I get the Hierophant then, please? The Hierophant, we've got the Moon in reverse. We've got the 6 of Cups in reverse, and we have the 7 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, it's about disconnection. Something that you didn't see, something on their part that they did, that you wish you had seen that earlier. And then maybe things wouldn't have gone as far as they did. At least from your perspective, I haven't been in your person's energy yet, so I don't know exactly how they're feeling. But you're showing me that they were not sincere from the beginning. There was some deception, maybe some delusion, some wishful thinking. Definitely felt like a soul contract to you. You're now telling me that that's over, and now you're realizing exactly what it was for what it was. Not like a long-term thing, really an energy that's coming to your life to teach you certain lessons, to put you on the path you're supposed to be on. Oh, we got some leftover cards here. Hang on, who got leftover? Got some additional message here. Here we go. 6 of Wands, 5 of Cups. Victory over sadness and loss. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, right. Can we please clarify Libra's person's energy next, please? Okay, let's get that Empress on her side. As I don't know if she's going upwards or she's going downwards. So let's see. Can I please get the Empress on her side for Libra's person, please? The Empress on her side for Libra's person. Okay, 1 second, Libra. Let's get a couple of shuffles on. Right, Libra's person, Empress on their side, on her side, should I say. Okay, yeah, the Hanged Man, yeah, paused. We knew that. 6 of Swords again. 6 of Swords, 6 of Swords, and the 5 of Wands. Your person's struggling to move on. If I'm honest, they're putting all their energy into moving on, but every time they try and move on, they hit some kind of roadblock. I'd say that's an inner conflict, not conflict from other people. It's within themselves, probably different versions of themselves that are trying to break through. There is one central energy to your person, Libra, where if they could get that corrected and upright, would make them absolutely fantastic. And I think that was the potential that you possibly saw, and we're hoping that it could come through during your time together. No, what you have done, something about you, Libra, has triggered that in them. That's kind of part of their karmic lesson. You were apparently the one that was up for the job of triggering this change in your person. However, they're not quite sure what that change is. They're feeling it, but they don't know how to manage it. They don't know how to categorize it. They don't really know what to do with it. So they're just like, they're trying, they're finding their way through the weeds, but until they actually have a clear emotional path to go forwards into, because they keep hitting these roadblocks, they're just like, right, okay, I'm not going to do anything at all. I'm just going to focus on my day-to-day. I'm just going to see what happens. I'm going to hand it over to the universe to send me a sign that I am on the right path. That's kind of where they're at. Right, can I get the 4 of Swords then, please? There's that 6 of Wands. The Knight of Wands. Ooh, lots of wand energy. And the King of Cups. Interesting, actually. They're telling me they felt that they conducted themselves in the right manner. At least they're coming to peace with how things went down. They are saying that they maybe were more fiery than they needed to be. Sorry, my dog is sneezing. Are you alright, Charlie? Okay, sorry guys. Back to you. I'll try and edit this out. Okay, I may have edited that out. That was long. That was long, and she's only a little dog. Anyway, something about them balancing their heart and their passions here. How they presented themselves. They're pretty happy with that. Why? I don't know. Why they're showing me that specifically, I don't know. Like, I did my best. I laid my heart on the table. I gave as much as I could. And that's okay with me. As much as they could give was probably not enough for you, Libra. But they're like, well, I gave what I could. That's literally it. But at times they might have been quite impulsive. But it was only because they were feeling really good at the time. So I think if they said things to you of a nature that were, you know, from the heart, they meant it at the time. Fate took them in a different direction from you, though. Okay, right. Can I get the Ace of Pentacles, please? The Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. Two of Wands. The Devil. Strength. Yeah, they're finding it more difficult to detach than you. The Strength means it's hard work. Devil, the attachment. Two of Wands, looking out over to the world and seeing what's next and trying to find a new ace. They're trying to basically clamber around in the dark, looking for a new opportunity, a new person, a new place, a project, a thing. Almost like, I don't want to say replacing you. I don't want to, you know, put words in your person's mouth. They're not here. This isn't their reading. But the energy is like, well, no, I don't have this. I now need to find something else. And that's where they're struggling because they're still feeling the attachment. And they're hoping that that will help them to detach. Okay, can I please clarify the connection, please? We've got the King of Wands here. The King of Wands. So I'm looking over there, and I don't know whether or not they're going to take an opportunity maybe to reach out. Maybe for, I'd say, about 10-20% of you. Mostly it's about trying to move on. But you're still very much in their headspace there, Libra. I don't think they've forgotten about you, not for a second. Alright, can I get the King of Wands, please? The King of Wands. The King of Wands. The Chariot. Oh, maybe. The Page of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. I thought I sensed it. Somebody might come back around. They're drawn to you from a place of passion, fire, drive. You make them feel really good. You make them feel warm. Just being with you feels nice. Seven of Pentacles, investment. Page of Wands is opening up energy. The Chariot is moving towards. But it's coming from attraction rather than deep emotional reflection. At least that's what I'm getting. Maybe. We've not done the Three of Swords yet, but let's see. Can I get the Three of Swords? You make them feel very safe to do that for some reason. Okay, can I? Well, not for some reason. You're lovely, Libra. I'm sure you're lovely. But usually people show a little bit more fear. They're open to it, and I think they might actually do it, to be fair. We are in retrograde season, so don't be surprised. There we go, Five of Swords. Oh, that's what's stopping them. The Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, okay, so that's the Ace. Okay, right. So they weren't looking for something else. They're looking for you again. Knight of Pentacles, they're going to put in a plan. For Five of Swords means that I don't know if their return will be well received, or at least they're showing me they don't know if their return will be well received. It looks like they're going to do it anyway. When? I don't know. Maybe we'll pull a timeless Divine Oracle time at the end of this, unless it's made very clear by the King of Cups. Okay, King of Cups, please. We're past Scorpio season, so I know that's not an indicator. Let's have a look. It could be Capricorn season. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. Queen of Cups, yeah. Oh my goodness, yeah. Energetic match. Seven of Cups and the Two of Wands again. They've got the Two of Wands there. You see, you had the Two of Wands. Did you have the Two of Wands? Did you? Or did I make that up? I swear you had the Two of Wands. No, you didn't. I thought you did. No, they had the Two of Wands. That's their Two of Wands. Yeah, they're thinking of how to come back around. They're going to send a message, drop an email, text or something. But when they come back around, they're just showing me like they're trying to figure out which was the best way to do it. 7 of Cups, Queen of Cups to the King of Cups. That's the energetic soul match here. These are the ultimate loving King and Queen. Your hearts are at least resonating at the same frequency. Whether or not it works out practically, I don't know. Usually we like to see the Pentacles couple for that one, the King and Queen of Pentacles. They're pretty good indicators of what can happen on an actual physical sense. But emotionally, you two are matching, mirroring each other. But your person is kind of coming back around, I think. Right, oh, no, wrong deck. Right, let's get you some universal advice, please, Libra. Where's our advice deck? Here we go. Universal advice for Libras, please. Universal advice for Libras. Universal advice for Libras, please. Universal advice for Libras. The 8 of Bows, yeah, communication. The 6 of Arrows, which is transitions. 6 of Arrows is the 6 of Swords. Your person's got the 6 of Swords twice. That's their 6 of Swords. It's almost like it's about that. They like come up to you like about moving on from each other, Libra. Do you think we can reconsider? And the 4 of Pentacles, which is holding on, which actually comes up as protection in this deck. But it is a card of holding on. They're holding on to you. They're going to come back around. It is more of an energy of like, yeah, about that. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles again at the bottom of the deck as we're talking about it. About moving on, Libra. Are you sure? Is there anything that can be done about this? It's that kind of energy. But I don't know what they did or what happened to pull you apart, what caused this emotional disconnection. But it seems that the time apart has really connected them and you back to your heart space. Although I don't think you were really leaning in towards them. I think you were just trying to make sense of the situation to best inform you going forward. Meanwhile, unbeknownst to you, your person is thinking about how they can circle back around. And you know what? Let's do it. Let's pull a little divine time on that and see if we can get narrow this down. Okay, universe, we're coming. It's that time again. I know you don't like me using this deck because it's a bit, universe sometimes it's a little bit stum when it comes to timelines, but I'm going to for Libra. Okay, I'm called to. Can we please get some time frames for the Libra collective? Some time frames if possible. We might not get one, guys. Hang on, that one's coming up. Whoa, which one? This one? We've got 2. Okay, let's see. Very soon. Okay, and keep going with the flow of life, which is literally what you're doing, Libra. So I believe it. Just very soon. Been a bit stum today, but I reckon it's going to be within retrograde season, which we're in until the 29th of November, but we will be in post shadow of the energy until the mid-December. So watch out, Libra. Anyway, Libra, I'm going to love you and leave you and leave the reading there. I hope that it helped. Let me know in the comments below if it did. And until next time, guys, take care.